The night is quiet, too quiet. The silence is almost deafening, as if the world itself is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. The air is thick with anticipation, and every rustle of leaves or distant hoot of an owl sends shivers down your spine. A floorboard creaks in the distance. The sound echoes through the empty halls, a reminder that this place holds secrets, long forgotten by time. Each creak, each groan of the old wood, tells a story of those who once walked these floors. Goosebumps rise on your arms. You're not alone. The feeling of being watched is overwhelming, as if unseen eyes are following your every move. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and your heart races with a mix of fear and excitement. Something is here, lurking in the shadows. It moves silently, blending into the darkness, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. The unknown presence fills you with dread, yet you can't help but be drawn to it, curious about what lies hidden in the dark. We love to be scared. It's in our nature. From the earliest days of humanity, we've gathered around fires, sharing tales of the unknown, of monsters and spirits that lurk just beyond the light. These stories have been passed down through generations, evolving with each retelling. From campfire stories to the latest horror films, we crave the thrill of fear. The adrenaline rush, the pounding heart, the scream that escapes our lips. It's a primal response, a way to confront our deepest fears in a safe environment. We seek out these experiences, knowing that they will leave us breathless and exhilarated. Why? These tales tap into our deepest fears, the unknown, the dark, the things that go bump in the night. They remind us of our vulnerability, of the things we cannot control. They force us to face the parts of ourselves that we often try to ignore, the shadows that lurk within our own minds. They take us on a journey into the abyss, forcing us to confront the darkness that resides within us all. Each story is a mirror, reflecting our own fears and insecurities. As we navigate the twists and turns of these tales, we learn more about ourselves and the world around us. Through chilling tales, we explore the fragility of the human psyche. We see how easily the mind can be broken, how quickly reality can slip away. These stories show us the thin line between sanity and madness, and how easily it can be crossed. We delve into the depths of madness, where reality blurs and nightmares become real. In these dark places, we confront our worst fears, the things that keep us awake at night. We see the world through the eyes of those who have lost their grip on reality, and we wonder if we could ever find our way back. We encounter shadowy figures that haunt our dreams and whisper secrets we can't quite grasp. These figures are the embodiment of our fears, the things we cannot see or understand. They remind us that there is always something lurking in the darkness, waiting to be discovered. Join me, dear reader, as we venture into the world of chilling tales. Together, we will explore the unknown, face our fears, and discover the power of the human imagination. These stories will take us to places we've never been and show us things we've never seen. Prepare to be captivated, to be terrified, and to discover the enduring power of fear. Let these tales take you on a journey into the heart of darkness, where the only limit is your own imagination. Embrace the fear, and let it guide you through the shadows. Edgar Allan Poe, the master of the macabre, understood the human psyche's dark corners. His works delve deep into the fears and obsessions that haunt us all. The Telltale Heart plunges us into the mind of an unnamed narrator, a man consumed by madness. This story is a chilling exploration of guilt and paranoia, where reality and delusion intertwine. He claims he is not insane, but his actions tell a different story. His meticulous planning and obsessive behavior reveal a mind on the brink of collapse. The narrator fixates on an old man's vulture eye, driving him to commit a heinous act. This eye, described as pale blue with a film over it, becomes the focal point of his madness. Poe's masterful use of language, particularly the repetition of words like louder and faster, heightens the tension. Each beat of the heart, each whispered word, pulls us deeper into the narrator's unraveling mind. The reader is trapped inside the narrator's deteriorating mind, experiencing his paranoia and guilt firsthand. We feel his fear, his desperation, and his ultimate descent into madness. As the narrator unravels, the line between sanity and insanity blurs, leaving us to question our own perceptions. What is real, and what is a product of a tortured mind? Is the beating heart real, or a figment of the narrator's imagination? This question lingers, creating a sense of unease that stays with us long after the story ends. Poe leaves us to ponder the nature of guilt, madness, and the horrors that can lurk within the human heart. His story is a mirror, reflecting our darkest fears and the potential for evil within us all. The Telltale Heart reminds us that the most terrifying monsters are often human. It is a haunting reminder of the thin line between sanity and madness, and the darkness that can reside in the human soul. Charlotte Perkins. Gilman's The Yellow Wallpaper explores the horrors of societal expectations and the suppression of women in the 19th century. The unnamed narrator, suffering from what her husband, a physician, calls a temporary nervous depression, is confined to a room with hideous yellow wallpaper. As the story progresses, the narrator becomes increasingly fixated on the wallpaper, seeing a woman trapped behind its bars. This obsession reflects her own confinement and the stifling expectations placed upon her. The wallpaper becomes a symbol of her deteriorating mental state. Gilman masterfully uses the setting and the narrator's descent into madness to critique the treatment of women during that era. The Yellow Wallpaper is a chilling reminder of the power dynamics that can trap individuals and the devastating consequences of denying someone their voice. W.W. Jacobs's The Monkey's Paw is a cautionary tale about the dangers of tampering with fate. The story revolves around a magical monkey's paw that grants 3 wishes, but with a sinister twist. The White family, initially skeptical, succumbs to temptation and makes their first wish. Tragedy strikes, fulfilling their wish but at a terrible cost. Jacobs masterfully builds suspense, creating an atmosphere of dread and impending doom. The story's strength lies in its simplicity and its ability to tap into our deepest fears. The monkey's paw represents the allure of getting what we desire, but it also serves as a stark reminder that our choices have consequences. The monkey's paw teaches us that sometimes it is better to accept our fate than to tempt it. Shirley Jackson's The Lottery is a chilling exploration of the dangers of blindly following tradition. The story takes place in a seemingly idyllic small town preparing for its annual lottery. However, as the story unfolds, a sense of unease creeps in. The lottery is not what it seems. Jackson masterfully builds suspense, slowly revealing the true nature of the lottery through subtle clues and the villagers' increasingly disturbing behavior. The story's power lies in its shocking conclusion, which exposes the dark underbelly of conformity and the horrors that can arise from unquestioned tradition. The lottery serves as a chilling reminder that even the most seemingly harmless traditions can harbor dark secrets. It is a story that stays with you long after you finish reading it, forcing you to question the world around you and the beliefs we hold dear. The story begins with the townspeople gathering in the square, their faces a mix of anticipation and dread. The lottery box, old and worn, symbolizes the weight of tradition. Children, seemingly innocent, collect stones, unaware of the grim purpose they will serve. This juxtaposition of innocence and impending violence adds to the story's unsettling atmosphere. As the villagers chat nervously, the tension builds. Each character's behavior hints at the underlying fear and acceptance of the ritual. The drawing of the slips of paper is a moment of intense suspense. Each villager's fate hangs in the balance, and the true horror of the lottery begins to surface. The reactions of the villagers, a mix of relief and terror, reveal the deep-seated fear and resignation that the lottery instills in them. In the end, the town square, once a place of community, becomes a scene of horror. The lottery leaves us questioning the cost of conformity and the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of tradition. As the shadows lengthen, a family gathers, only to have their darkest secrets dragged into the light, one by one. What lies buried not only threatens their bonds, but also whispers of things best left untouched. In the guise of a chilling tale, sharp social commentary emerges, revealing the monsters born from our very own societal norms. It's here that the true horror lies, not in the creatures of the night, but in the faces we pass every day. Have you ever wondered why we seek out the shivers that horror stories provide? It turns out this craving is deeply embedded in our psyche, serving as a safe space to confront our fears and perhaps to understand the unknown a bit better. Darkness, both literal and metaphorical, has a profound grip on our imaginations. It's in the dark where our fears loom largest, and yet, it's also where our courage is often found and tested. This enduring power keeps us coming back, eager to explore the depths of both the night and ourselves. Like the video and subscribe to my channel.